I'm very pleased to have with us on the show right now the Hollywood hunter himself, Mr. Freddy Harteis. Freddy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing so great, Cam. Thank you for having me on again. It's such a pleasure, bud.
Absolutely, man. It's good to have you back on the show. You've been well?
I've been so good. Oh, my gosh, we've been running hard, and things are looking really great. This next season I am so fired up about.
All right, well, listen, for folks who have never seen your show, we've got a promo here that I want to share with the audience so they get to know a little bit more about what the Hollywood Hunter is all about.
I love it. Thank you so much.
His name is Freddy, and he's a hunter. He's harvested animals all over the world, except here. When he met his wife, Jeannie, he decided to move to L.A., a place that isn't too kind to hunters.
I used to think the sport was about the hunt, but with Freddy, it's all about the heart.
The Hollywood Hunter starts right now.
Welcome to Freddy's world, God's country. Here, it's not just about the harvest, but the experience. And it's not about what you get, but what you give back.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
Hollywood may not like what he does, but they will respect it. He harvests.
There he goes.
He gives. He is the Hollywood Hunter.
All right, so there you go. Now you know a little bit more about what makes Freddy tick. And Freddy, I want to talk to you about the giving, if we can, for a second, because, you know, clearly that's something that's really important to you. And it's kind of sad. It's really sad, actually, because we've seen around the country efforts to actually try to block hunters and sportsmen from donating harvested meat to places like the Los Angeles Mission, other food pantries and shelters around the country.
Yeah, it is sad. We've been able to do a pretty good job there in LA itself. I do what I refer to as wild game dinners, where we kind of showcase and bring in lots of people from all over LA and kind of give them a new chance and a new taste of what organic really is. So, but besides that, I do everywhere we do go and hunt. We love showcasing where it goes, and it's not like we do anything different than millions of Americans already. But obviously, it's the ability to be able to really give back and showcase the good that comes with the harvest.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you know, living out in L.A., you've got a lot of folks who love animals, Freddy. And they love animals, I think, right? And I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think they love animals in sort of a juvenile way. They love animals as individuals, and they say, Freddy, how could you hurt that fuzzy, adorable creature? When you're talking about game management, you're talking about species, you're talking about helping human beings and also helping to ensure that you've got a stable, healthy population of that adorable wildlife that the folks there in LA want to see continue.
Absolutely, and another thing I see is everything in LA. There are people that love everything. For example, there are people that love the animals. There are people that love the trees. There are people that love everything you could think of, and a lot of them, you know, are all about that. And then obviously pro-abortion in the same stance. So I'm kind of confused with the stance out here on some degrees. But I was actually just out at my ranch in Colorado and was looking at a few trees that were just rubbed raw by those elk, and I thought, those poor trees, what did they ever do to anyone? And those elk went out and rubbed them raw and killed those trees. And there has to be some type of balance, and that's where a lot of people out here in LA believe that the animals just come from the grocery store. But, you know, really the realities of it, the good we do as hunters and as conservationists are the reason why these animals are thriving, and that has been a big stance for me within the Hollywood Hunter series, and being able to kind of bring the next generation in and start teaching that, because really my foundation, you know, as a hunter was because of my father. And I had lost my father 3 months ago, and my heart, just really now has changed direction as really showcasing and focusing my series and all my energy on not only the next generation, but really educating here in LA where we can.
I think that's fantastic. And listen, I'm so sorry to hear about your dad, Freddie.
Oh, thank you, bud. Thank you.
No, listen, sincerely. And I think it's fantastic that you want to honor your dad like that and continue that education, because without it, and you're right, we got to talk to the next generation, but we can't write off grown-ups who are grown-ups already.
Right.
They may not become hunters, but at least they can come to a greater understanding of, you know what, the steak that you bought there at the grocery store didn't come from the steak factory. And to get people to understand this, right? Because there is a mindset where I think there are a lot of people who would be happy if their steak did come from the steak factory, Freddie. And so when you're able to educate folks on what it is that hunters and sportsmen do, as well as, frankly, the benefit that hunting provides us, as well as the species that you guys go out and harvest, I think you're doing the Lord's work, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. Well, I have such great respect for the Sportsman Channel and for you and everyone that really has a stance in being able to really support the cause. And we all know we're doing a great work, and it's under God's umbrella. And that being said, it's a tougher fight today than it's ever been, but I can see us all pulling together in a unique way where it's incredibly impactful as long as we don't lose faith.
I'm curious, man. Do you have, when you're at the Hollywood cocktail parties or the Hollywood dinners, do you have guys and gals like pull you aside and kind of whisper under the breath like, "Hey, Freddie, I can't really say this too loud, but man, that's awesome. Will you take me hunting with you?"
Oh, you're so funny. You know what's hilarious? It's such unique timing. But tonight I have dinner with Jason Priestley, who was one of the guys with 90210.
Oh, yeah.
Many things today, but it's so funny. I'm doing dinner with him tonight. He's going to be doing an episode with us on the show as of season 4 next year, and we're going to film that here in Texas, and he's just getting into hunting, and he's just starting to reveal his stance towards it. So it's so funny that you say that, because yes, I am running into more and more people that have incredible credibility that can definitely share within their community such a unique light of really what hunting and what conservation is all about. Because, I think more than anything, it's a misconception. And people like him who is willing to stand up and share, it's very humbling to see that.
Absolutely. Well, listen, give Jason our best, and would love to have both of you on the show at some point, Freddie. So just let us know.
Oh,
man.
That'd be great. I have so much fun listening to you and just learning through your program, and to be part of it, I'm just blessed. So thank you so much. Hey,
listen, we always love having you on, Freddie. We'll be back out in L.A. at some point again as well, so I look forward to seeing you again soon. I want to ride in that car of yours.
Oh, let's do it, and we'll go get some cocktails before we take the car out.
All right. Freddy Harteis.